What's going on, guys and gals? Stock Jock here, up $1,474 on the day. Definitely a good day for me. One of my best days in a while. It feels like it's been a while since I've had a over $1,000 trade day, but when they happen, you gotta enjoy them. You gotta sit back. You need to, I don't know, go get yourself a beer, relax a little bit, pat yourself on the back, and just pray to God that you do not lose it on the very next day. So nothing to be super proud of because I've had just as many, $1,400 days as I have had, negative $1,400 days. So anyway, let's get into the trades. But first, I want to invite you all to my free Discord chat. It's here. I started this Discord chat in hopes that I could help new traders, people that have never traded before and have tons of questions and don't know who to ask, and they don't have necessarily the money or the funds available to pay for someone to help them. So it's here. We have all different types of traders. We have new traders, traders that have been around for a long time, and we kind of do a couple things. If you're green on the week, at the end on Friday, you get a little green tag, get be part of the GOAT group, those that are eating up that green. And then if you're 500 or more on the week, come Friday, you get to be on the Beers on You club. So kind of something fun we do. And the main channel we run is the voice alerts, where people are calling out what they see in the market. But anyway, let's get into the trades. So my first trade out of the gate, this one was probably my favorite that I was watching. I was watching HMNY, and this one had popped up and pulling back, and I thought the first level of support we would see is, if you kind of pull it up on the daily chart, is this 20-day moving average, which also kind of gave you a kind of a pivot point right here. You kind of see that before it was resistance, broke through, and now it's coming back to this level, and let's see if it acts as support. But also the 20-day moving average. And sure enough, kind of was watching it out of the gates, wasn't doing much. And then I just kind of saw the bids start coming in and people hitting the ask. So when I saw that, I got filled. I took 1,000 shares at 1591, right inside this candle here, and it popped up pretty quickly over 16. And I just wanted to
SDX Seagate
little
October
news there.
2735 put above the ask at $1.97. Sandy
That's my
Tango X-ray.
Benzinga. Let's mute you. Okay, so that's for those of you that don't know what news sources sound like. There it is, right there. So anyway, going over this trade, popped over 16, sold for a quick profit, and then shortly thereafter, it did exactly what I was kind of hoping it would do on this initial pop, is just run. Got to pull back, and then it ran all the way to almost what is this, 18 bucks. So bouncing off that 20-day moving average was the key play there. My next play was ADHD. This one was kind of just a red to green move. So out of the open, dipped down, popped up, dipped down, and then second kind of red to green move and a high day break. It's kind of what I was playing on this one. I went long a little bit early in the anticipation of high day, 177 inside this candle, popped up, and I sold at 182, 5 cents, 3,000 shares, $150. My next trade was RNVA. This one was on the watch list this morning. It was gapping up on some news, but I was telling people in my chat room that if you look back on every time it's popped up, it's sold off 100%. Popped up, sold off, popped up, sold off, popped up, sold off, popped up, sold off. So I said today is going to be no different. Today it's going to pop up and it's going to sell off either today or tomorrow, more than likely today. So I actually went short on this a little bit later in on the day. Let's see, right around here, going for a low of day push, and it was short share restricted, and I didn't realize that. So I got kind of a crappy fill at 122. Since it was going low of day, it was actually 52-week lows, I believe. It broke down. I actually covered, where are you? At 10 o'clock. We got the spike down here. Covered right there, 117, 5-cent win. Basically, what is that, $100. It did end up, as you can see, going sub $1. So you kind of have to, you can kind of look at the pattern that stocks do to kind of see what they're going to do on days they have news. Does a stock like to run? This is not one I would call a runner. It's only got a million share float, E-Trade is showing, so you'd think it'd be a runner, but history shows that sells off every time there's any kind of pop, and today was no different. My next trade was IMMY. This one I was kind of watching for the 1 minute candle over candle. So we had the pullback, candle over candle, gave you the pop, pullback, and I was thinking this candle would be the candle over candle to give me that 250 break. It did break 250, but it came right back down and kind of sold off kind of hard. And as it was just coming back down, I sold for basically a penny loss of $20. And then this candle is the one we got candle over candle and went to 270 or whatever. So I just missed it by a little bit. But no worries, kind of kept, it didn't do exactly what I thought it was going to do when I thought it was going to do, so cut my losses and moved on. Linu was a volume play. It was hitting my scanners. This one has been liking to run recently. I think I just messed my chart up. There it goes. And when it hit my scanners, I thought it was a chat room buying it, and I just wanted to try to ride the momentum a little bit. I got in 219 inside this pop right here. It didn't go anywhere after that. So as soon as I just saw the volume dry up, I got out, lost half a penny, basically $10. My next trade was HMNY. This one was being circulated around social media that they got 1 million subscribers now on their subscription-based movie pass, and the prior month it was up to 400,000. So that's this whole move that started from 180 all the way to 40 was based off of 100,000 to 400,000 in a month. And if you go from 400,000 to a million, well, logic would say this is an $80 stock based off of the price movement. Anyway, did I think it was going to 80? No. And it's definitely a rumor. It's not confirmed yet. So the rumor came out when I heard that. I went long 1,000 shares at 1690 right here and popped up over 17, and I sold at 1739. I got a pretty good fill there. So nice $500 win on 1,000 shares. MEPI, this one was a news play, and I honestly don't remember what the news was. I took 3,000 shares when I heard it. It popped up, went to 273 up here. Obviously, I almost top ticked it looking back, but 3,000 shares, what is that, a 7-cent win, $210. IMMY, this one I believe it was a 5-minute candle over candle play that we were going for. I got long 231, and it just really didn't go anywhere fast at all, so I ended up selling basically break even. EVHC, this one was a news play as well. I can't honestly remember what it was. I think it was a conference that this was being mentioned at, that people thought that someone's going to recommend this stock. It's been on a tear ever since that news came out. You can kind of see here on the 5-minute, it's just been, creaming it all day long. But I went long when I heard that news, got $110 out of the trade. Sprint was my next trade. This one kind of just popped up out of nowhere. It's a 3 billion share float, so it's not supposed to move fast, but regardless, this one jumped 13 cents out of nowhere, or, what is this, 7, 8 cents out of nowhere. So I was thinking maybe the merger between T-Mobile and Sprint had been finalized and that it was finally going to move. It wasn't the case, so I ended up exiting for about $20 loss on it. ONCS, this one was a surprise to me. Adam F comes out positive on the name, and when I heard that, I went long immediately at 124. So right here, got the quick pop up, and I sold for basically a 2-cent win on 3,000 shares, $60. Played this again moments later when I think it was Maxim comes out with a $5 price target within 12 months. So I went long at 119 inside this candle right down here, and it got a quick pop up, and I sold inside that pop for 3 cents on 3,000 shares, $90, and it did actually get some momentum from that, but it didn't happen fast enough for me. Taking my money and running. I tried to play it again after this pop over 50 pullback, and I was thinking, okay, here we go, we're going to break high a day and get going. I went long at 151, and it flushed me out right here, and I lost about $120 on that trade. And it was the right decision getting out because it hasn't recovered since then. IMNY, this one, the CEO came out in defense of the company saying it sold off earlier because a short report was out saying that the FDA was not going to allow their drug because it conflicted with something rather, I don't really understand. But then the CEO comes out and says, of course they're not going to inflict on anything that the FDA has said. This won't be uh, competing with anything. It basically negated what the earlier short report said. So when I heard that, I went long right here at $2.12. So right there, it popped up a minute later, and I sold at 223. So right, I almost top ticked this move here, but missed it by 1 penny. So that was 2,000 shares, 11 cents, $220. SBH, another news play. Looking back on this, I didn't realize that I had missed the initial pop. I went long when I heard the news. It was about Amazon. An analyst came out saying they thought that Amazon was going to buy SBH, and anything with Amazon buying a company, it's definitely something to go long about. So I went long, 1677 right here, and it popped up to 1684. I sold half there, and I sold the other half at 1682. So a nice win there for sure. IMDZ, this one again was another news play. I don't remember. There's so many news plays today. I just don't remember which one, what this one was. 599 is where I entered, looking for the break of 6. We got the break of 6. I sold on the other side at 603. 2,000 shares. Call it 3 cents, 60 bucks. And that kind of just brings me to the end of the day. I'm not going to make any more trades. Up $1,474. Happy with that. You know, definitely a nice win. Still holding my ETRM, which I'm still happy about, even though I'm down $279 on it right now. But I've got a strategy in place for it, and as of right now, I'm going to stick to it. I do have a stop loss in mind, but it's nowhere near that right now. So if you have any questions on my trading style, please feel free to email me at StockJockAT, or you can come into the free Discord chat that I mentioned early of the video and ask in there. So other than that, I will see you guys in the next video.